Alright everybody, this is replacing the clutch disc on a 97 Honda Recon. It actually wasn't too bad. Once you take all the bolts off your front crankcase, or right crankcase is what it's called, but it's on the front. Once you take all these bolts out, right there, you just grab it and pull it off. Okay, it doesn't take any hammer or anything like that. Just grab it with both hands, pull it straight out, and of course you need to take your wet clutch off. The biggest thing is getting one of these. That's the only way to get those nuts off. Your nuts off here and there, and your nut off your wet clutch. But I didn't even have to unstake them. I tried to unstake them and it wasn't doing nothing, so I just used the gun. They zipped right off. But anyway, that's the big trick. I mean, as far as lining everything up, there really is no lining up. You just be careful when you're sliding these things off, your wet clutch and this. Just make sure and hold everything together, and all the washers go back in the right place. Sometimes you gotta kind of hold it, tilt it up, and look behind it, and then place it somewhere, and then later slide it back on. But I mean, it's pretty easy. You know, there's other videos that show you exactly how to place your, it's always a friction, then a steel, friction, and then your last one is a friction, of course. And when you bolt this back on, make sure you got free play right here. Make sure they move back and forth like that. Let's see, and the wet clutch nut is a 24 millimeter. This is a 22. I didn't have a 22, so I used a 7/8. 7/8 for this nut, but it's actually a 22. And this is a 24. But other than that, that's it. I'm putting it back together now. On the wet clutch, there was a little gasket on it, on the front. I think there's another video that shows you taking these off, but the gasket. And this part's still stuck on the centrifugal clutch here. But hopefully it'll be all right. I mean, the whole thing's bathing in oil anyway, so. But anyway, if anybody was wondering, this is it, 97 Honda Recon, replacing the clutch disc. And hopefully this will fix my problem. It was first and second was doing fine. You know, you could goose it and all that, but when you got up passing the upper gears and you really just mash the gas, you could feel it slipping. So hopefully this is gonna fix it. If not, it's my wet clutch that I just showed you up there on the counter. Anyway, hope this helps somebody.